I'm Robb McGee.
And I'm Craig Lee.
And this is Real Talk with Robb and Craig. Today, we're going to help you understand credit scores, the importance of your score. We're also going to talk to you about how you can increase your credit score and what we can do to help you.
Yeah, when we're doing a mortgage, we do what's called a hard pull. And what that means is we pull a credit report that shows your entire credit history that you've utilized over the years.
Right. There's one exception to that. If we're helping you, if you're a veteran or an active duty military member, and you're doing what's called a VA interest rate reduction refinance loan, or IRL, then we do what's called a mortgage only credit bureau. And that is just like you would think, based on the title. It pulls just your mortgage history, because on an IRL, all we have to see is how many months of payments you've made and make sure that your payments have been on time.
When we do that, we pull all three credit bureaus and we take the middle score. That way you get an average you get the benefit of not having the highest score, but also not having the lowest score.
Right. It's kind of your mid score. And now, so to the heart of the matter, how do we help people increase their credit scores, and why would we do that? Simply put, your credit score is going to impact the interest rate that you pay on virtually every loan you have, from your big purchases like your home mortgages or an automobile loan, all the way down to your small credit card balances.
We want to help people increase their credit scores so they have lower payments, which means you can buy more home. If your interest rate's lower, you can buy more home for the same money. And understand their complete financial situation. You should be in control of your credit.
Right. So what makes up your credit score? How is the score impacted? We're going to break it down into 5 categories for you here. The first is utilization. This is the amount of your credit limit that you've used. And believe it or not, this is worth 30% of your overall score. So it's very important. If you have used a lot of your available open to buy, it can drag down your score. So it's something that we'll look at with you when we check your credit. Number 2 is the number of inquiries you have on your bureau. This can affect your score by as much as 10%. And if you've had a lot of inquiries lately, we might have to explain that, or we might want to put a little distance between when those inquiries happened and when you're buying your home. That's something that they check on. And then number 3 is the type of credit. This means, what is your mix of credit? Do you have a lot of credit cards, or do you have a lot of installment loans, like an automobile loan or a home mortgage?
Yeah. And the last two, number 4, is going to be 35%, which is the most. It's how you pay. Yeah. If you're paying on time, obviously you're going to have a better credit score. And that's something that...
It makes sense that would be weighted really heavily.
Lastly, number 5 is 15%. It's the length of the history that you've had credit. So we're going back, if you're old like I am, and you've had credit most of your life, you're probably going to have a long history of credit.
Yeah, and if you don't, if you're old like Craig, I'm way younger than him, but if you're old like Craig is, and you don't have a long history, credit bureaus may want to know, why is that? This guy's in his 50s, and he's had credit for 2 years. What happened to those other years? So that can have an impact. Now, when we pull your credit report, we're also going to look at the same time at options to help you improve your score. If you need credit rehabilitation, or you're trying to get your score up a little higher so that we can secure for you a better interest rate, we will run something called a credit simulator. And this is going to give us an idea of what we can address with you, what impact it should have. Bear in mind, that's not guaranteed. It's an option, and it's what it should or could be.
Yeah. We feel like it's our job to help our clients so they feel like they're in control of their credit and their scores. So we tell them exactly what we think they should do based on the credit simulator. In addition to that, we do it for free. So why wouldn't you use it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. And we do this because we feel like it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. So if you want to know what your credit scores are, you're getting ready to buy a home, and you'd like to look at perhaps increasing those scores, call us. Ask us questions. We're here for you. I'm Robb McGee.
And I'm Craig Lee. That's Real Talk.